Okay, guys, welcome to another episode of the Fall series. Even though the thumbnail on YouTube says it is episode 4, it is actually episode 5. So I know I'm streaming right now on Twitch. Let me just make sure that I did copy the right one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we are also back on YouTube. There we go. Okay, guys. So thank you very much, everyone that is right here. First of all, I just want to open up the first tournament for next season. That is this one. So this spring season, we are at 80 players. That means that we are already with a qualify already en route for a qualifying for having a player qualify. First of all, let me go ahead and add the okay, so this should not be played here. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna pin it because it was not supposed to be from Altered Latam, but since it is already up, let's just leave it there. Let me just paste the link right here on YouTube for all of you folks. It's not here. Let me go ahead and open it right here. I'll just I cannot paste the link that way. So give me just a second while I go ahead and paste the link. Once we are done, we'll start with the first 4 tables from three separate from the 3 rounds that I mentioned that was going to be the focus of today. So I just want to put this up right now. There we go. And let me go ahead and pin it. There we go. So the message has been pinned. That means that you are able to go to the next tournament in case you feel like you want to give it a go. Like I mentioned, we are at 80 players. So with that being said, let's go ahead. Let me just make sure that everything is good. The last player was about 1 hour ago. So that means that players are still moving through. I just want to make sure right now if the last match that I was waiting for ended. I think, nope, Cacophony is still playing. Just want to check out how they are doing. And like I mentioned, this was going to be rounds top 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so top tables from 5, 6, and 7. So let's go ahead and open 5 after that. Top 4 tables. Now, let's go ahead and check here Cacophony. I just want to make sure how the match is going. So Cacophony has not come back. No, he has. He did come back. He has a chance to win it with a festival, even though he's already almost there. Unless he has removal, so he would need to remove this. That would mean that he wouldn't have enough to. So I think it's almost sure that Cacophony won, and that means that Cacophony will be able to take the tournament. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's go ahead and watch the top tables. So this is Tofraim against Trickster. Tofraim was the one called to lose. It was a 39% probability of win rate. So that means that in terms of ELO, it is a surprise that Tofraim actually took the game. So congratulations to him. He did a very good job against the first altered champion. That is DB Trickster. To DB Trickster from the US against Tofraim from France. Let's go ahead and check Trickster's deck first. Chat is there. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is stabilizing me. Let's go ahead. He has, sorry, the Kitsune. When played from hand, each player may resupply. When a character you control gains one or more boosts, if you control two or more boosted characters, that's an anchor loop. The Sneezer Shroom, I get anchored. Plain and simple, play from anywhere. When a character you control gains one more boost, once again, anchor loop, anchor loop, yep. And Ikopele, when I go to the reserve from the expedition zone, you may play me for free and I gain a sleep. When a character you control, once again. So the three are anchor loops. He has Floral Tent in order to give anchor to more characters. Mana Reaping. I heard a sound. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. So this is an anchor loop. Like I mentioned, he has some ways to increase, not so much, depending on the corgi most likely. So let's go ahead and check to frame. That is a deck that actually won the match. That is at Sadikai. This is the Swift Gen Scout 3. You put the top card from your deck in your mana zone, play from anywhere as an exhausted mana orb, and if you play him from reserve, if you have 10 or more mana orbs, target character in reserve gains 2 boosts. Then we got the Swift Gen. Once again, put the top card. So these are Swift Gens for ramping and having them just in case as an option in the reserve. And also the Veilmon at Dusk, if you have 10 or more mana orbs, put the top 2 cards from your deck in your mana zone as an exhausted mana orb, and when played from anywhere, I gain 1 boost, and the support ability, you may exhaust target card in reserve. So that is to frame. Let's go ahead and go to the end game. Not going to be automatic. So now let's go to the end game. There we go. So the Swift Gen directly making him draw a card. Exhausted mana orb. So it's a potential double advance from Trickster. Nothing else from to frame. Indeed, a double advance from Trickster. Trickster playing a Anchor Loop Teja. There we go. Mana for each one. We have another Swift Gen, the third Swift Gen. So kinda he wants to play it on the companion. Goes ahead and nothing else from Trickster. He's able to block. Even though he is giving a boost, it's enough for 4 to frame to do a double advance. Trickster still up by 1. Most likely just going to send it directly to mana. That means that he has ramped twice now, and he is in range to use this Swift Gen from reserve to give him one more boost. We're at 7 on day 3. There we go. So he uses the Swift Gen, but directly Swift Gen. Places the unique as a ready mana orb because he's doing it with the exhaust ability, and he can ramp once again with the tiny Jin, making sure to go to the other side. 1 for 1 to frame still Trickster still up by 1, but we have a 9 mana. We have 9 mana against 6, so this is a very aggressive um, a very aggressive ramping at Sadi. Probably only going to use. Probably he's just going to use a Kaibara rather than the. Or is he going to use the hunger? He may as well. He may use the hunger. No, just like I thought, he's going to use a Kaibara. So he is going to do a double advance today. Probably going to get rid of the Kaori's intervention. Nope, gets rid of the Swift Gen, still has the Kaori intervention, so probably wants to do that again, and has another Kaori on hand. Gets rid of the Mana Eruption. He can use the common one because he ramps so much. Uses indeed the Kaori's intervention. The Colorful Kuko right there from Trickster uses the Kaibara again. And draws a card. We are at 9 right now. Plays everything that he can to go on the companion side. The last one to block it. Just enough not to allow the double advance. But the frame right now is on hunger range. He can get rid of basically everything that Trickster plays. He has the low cost cards. He has another Kaori's intervention, just to try to get to buy as much time as he can in order to break things with the hunger. So I think this is a game for top frame. There we go. So the first Kaori's intervention, Colorful Kuko, second Kaori's intervention, another card being played, Mana Eruption, just to get rid of something. What is it going to get rid of? His own card, for the hunger to be less powerful. Another Kaori's intervention, Lyra Thespian, the only thing that he can do, and then he deploys the hunger right away, and with all of Trickster mana consumed, there we go, the hunger just does his thing, and that indeed is a game for Frame. Just like that, he proves the power that Adzadi has right now. He's able to take a game by ramping extremely fast. So that was the frame on table 1. Now let's go for table 2. That is precisely Cacophony, the only loss that he has right now. As of right now, against Tete Totem. Tete Totem was called to win with a 67% win rate. So let's go ahead and have... first, let's go ahead and check Cacophony's deck. So this is a US player against a French player. Once again, we have a French player imposing himself over a US player, just like we saw last time with Top Frame and Trickster. Cacophony is playing a Teja deck called Teja Aggro Foil Set. I think he meant foil set. That means that he's for the foil series. Oh, foil series. He meant foil series, but didn't have enough space in order to do it fully. So thank you very much for that, Cacophony, if you're watching the video or the stream right now. We have the Isunboshi. You may pay 1 if you do up to 1 target gains a sleep. That is when play from anywhere. When play from hand, if you control 2 or more plants other than me, up to 1 target character gains a sleep, and you may have it gain 2 boost. And the support ability, the next character you play this turn gains 1 boost. We have also the Muna Caregiver. When play from hand, if you control 2 or more plants other than me, up to 1 target character gains a sleep. When play from anywhere, if you control 3 or more characters, Anchor cost 3 or less, and the support ability, Anchor a character with cost 3 or less. And the second Muna Caregiver, you may put a card from your hand in reserve if you do resupply. That's play from hand. When play from anywhere, if you control 2 or more plants other than me, up to 1 target character gains a sleep, you may have it gain 2 boost. And the support ability of anchoring from reserve. So, and he only has 1 Lyra Festival. The winning condition that we just saw on his his winning game is has only 1 of those. So he got it right in the nick of time on his match. So that is Cacophony. Let's go ahead and check Tete Totem. Tete Totem is using his Nidiki 94. He is using Nadir and Bubbles. We have a Loki. When played from hand, you may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, each player discards their hand, and the reserve then draws 3 cards. The support ability, you may have target cards other than Milo's Fleeting. Deal another low key. This is when played from anywhere. You may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, each player discards their hand, and their reserve then draws 3 cards. And finally, the low key, the last low key, will play from anywhere. You may discard a card from your reserve, and the same from it. There's different of costs. And the support ability, this one is you may return a card from your reserve to your hand, and this one, each character controlled by target player gains fleeting, and this one has 1 character lose fleeting. So it's a basic control, just in case you play with someone that plays draws a lot, you just play the Loki and you erase all those draws. So let's go ahead and go to the end game. It's not going to be automatic, so let's see how Ted the Totem did against Cacophony. The 3 markers right there for Nadir. And we go to the end game right now. There we go. So let me go ahead and block it here. Makes it plant. Okay, so that means that it's going to be a tie. So it just goes to the other side with the Serengor, because he didn't actually have a chance to advance there. A single, so that means that the Lyra era list needs 3 or more. Okay, so we have 3 visible. That means that this is a 5/5/5 already. The symbol advance on each side. That means the era list is a 5/5/5. Just in case he makes the first one also just be able to move through mountain. So it is blocked right now. Kinda. Gives it the 3, but it's being blocked. So that means that they both move on the companion side, and the colorful Kuko is blocked on the hero side. Still maintaining the tie right now on 1-for-1. The hook right there for the Totem. Don't think he's going to use a water right now. He gets rid of one of the era list. Interesting. Okay, so the Kuko just goes right there for 3 mana. Perhaps he's going to move it. No, he decides to go to the other side. And the airlet just gives him the win on that side. He's going to be able to return the very same airlet. So perhaps that's why he got rid of one of them. I don't think he's going to get rid of the Hathor. Yeah, that's right. The airlet goes back to the hand because it's already a 5/5/5. The map maker goes to mana. Even though I think the map maker could have been a good addition. Returns the, yeah, that's what I was expecting. Places on the other side. Once again, trying it with the... Puts a character to sleep. Puts the very same thing to sleep right there. Just 2 mana left. And I think that means that he's going to be able to win this time. He makes a card cost 1 less and wins with the airlet on the other side with a 5. Gets rid of the druid in order to have him anchored, but this is a double advance from Ted the Totem, breaking finally the stalemate and getting ahead by 2 expeditions. The airlet once again comes back. He can now anchor to put both anchored characters to the very same side, and then finish off with the airlet in case he wants it. So I'm guessing he's going to move he's most likely going to move the aloe vera to the hero side. Yeah, moving the aloe vera to the hero side. Just another character right there with an anchor. Right now he's already winning. Not sure why. Yeah, there's something odd going on here because it says he has 5. Not sure how. Oh, because he supposedly played the Serengar, so kind of corrected itself, but not really. It came from hand to reserve. So that's why he was winning on the companion side. He just needs to do another advance. He has the Serengar right there with a boost going up to 4. Beauty Sleep to put the Serengar to sleep. But still got the Airlet on hand. Going to draw a card just to move things along. The Aloe Vera with Anchor, so that means that 3 mana left. The Hook is going to move the Aloe Vera to the other side. And this is not good. Yeah, he's just going to move it once again. 2 mana left. He's not going to be able to use. He still has a Hather. So the Hather is the winning card on this turn. Cacophony is able to move forward, but the Totem did play his cards very well in order to have everything he needed on the companion side, just enough to move forward. Just what you want to do, optimize your deck as much as you can, and that's how he moves forward. Now we have Lyra L versus Karma Goes Hard. Both of these players are not right now on possibility to win the foil series because they did lose more games in this one. So this is their last spotlight on the top tables. Well, perhaps one more. One of them has to lose next turn for them to be out of the running, out of competition, running for the top. It was called for Karma to win. It was at 29% based on ELO for Lyra L. Even still, he did win the game. So we have Karma Goes Hard. Is it from US? Yeah, Karma Goes Hard from the US against Lyra L from France. So once again, we have another French against US duel on the top. Let's go ahead and check Karma Goes Hard. Sigismar, Beginner, Gian, Assembly on Overseer. When another known token card that joins your expeditions, if you control a token, create an order recruit in your other expedition, the one I'm not in. So kind of able to push on both sides with this, up to 1 target gains fleeting. With the support ability, create an Ordis recruit in target expedition. This one has the traditional Gian Overseer of activating an arrow ability of a permanent you control. Karma controls no permanents in order to use that, so he's always going to use it on the expeditions. And the Dong De Shen, when play from hand, if your hand is empty, you may exhaust target card in reserve. If you control a token, draw a card, otherwise resupply. There we go. So that was Dong De Shen. Kinda trying to take advantage of as many things as he can. And so let's go ahead and check Lyra L. Lyra L is with a Fen deck. This is the Sandman. Up to 1 target character gains a sleep. You may have gained 2 boosts. Play from anywhere. The support ability, each character controlled by target player gains fleeting. Also, we have the Asmodeus. When I leave the expedition soul, roll a die. On a 4+, draw a card. On a 1, 2, 3, resupply. You may return a spell from your reserve to your hand. That is the support ability. The Lucan, Hungry Leviathan, Gigantic. You may discard any number of cards from your reserve to give you that many boosts. At dusk, draw a card with a Fen. This is actually a very good card. Fen players usually have lots of cards in reserve, either for the Anansi or to play this card with a 1/3/1. Not too bad for a gigantic character, but of course it is not optimized completely because you draw a card and that increases the cost a bit. So let's go ahead and see how this match played out. It is going to be automatic right away. So let me just go ahead and do the thing. There we go. To the token, and the first play goes to Korma, the traditional Ordis, and the After You from Lyra L. I'm just going to play on the other side in order to advance and return the Magical Train into hand. A 1/1. With the Lyra Incaster returning the draw to hand. That means that the Anansi next turn, he can still play the After You probably going to get rid of the oh no, because he doesn't get rid of anything. That's right, because he does play the magical training. Good 2 on the companion side. Plays the Nancy right away. And nothing else is going to overcharge his reserve. It's going to overcharge his reserve by 2 cards, but this is a Fen, so Fen doesn't really care about overcharging his reserve. 2 cards being discarded. He does have cards to... Yeah, okay, so there's 3 cards in reserve right now. That means that the first Anansi will have 3 boosts. Decides just to go with the 2 boosts per Anansi. So that is a 4. Going to just put a token right there. Probably, okay, the Anansi is going to cost 1 less. No, he's going to play the Anchored on the other side. So Anansi with the 4, it's a 1 for 1 once again. Let's see when they break the stalemate. Lyrael going through his deck a lot faster than the Sigismund, obviously because of the things that Ben liked to do. There we go. The Anansi gaining again 2 boosts from hand. Playing just an After You on the companion side. The Incaster most likely going to return the Sleep to hand. Nothing else from Lyrael. And with that, he is able to move forward. Once again, we have a tie, so a 1 for 1. What would I give back? The Anansi. Most likely the Anansi is going to go back to hand. No, he gets rid of the Sleep and the Incaster. Okay, so the Sleep back on hand. Still in the stalemate. And another Anansi on reserve. That means that he gets with the Mapping Hoarder. Going to get rid of one of those cards. There we go. And he has lots of boosts in reserve. Teamwork Training to get rid of the Mapping Hoarder. But he can get up to 5. Then this side will be blocking. And 4 on the other side to break the tie. Yeah, so he's able to do double advance and place himself on match point. He has lost the Anansis, but still has one of those very good uniques on hand to try to do something. There we go, 8 mana. Let's see if Karma once again doesn't place mana, so he's just playing with whatever he has on hand. The Hatter returns okay, so he's just waiting to see where he can play his cards. Once again, gives it Bleeding just for good measure. He can use then the Requiem to try and do something. Puts the Unique to sleep. No more plays from going. Karma goes hard, and with that, this is the only thing that he needed. The Requiem just to make sure. My wife left, so that means that there is no need for me to do the pause. But you guys, let's go to. Oh no, she did. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. My wife is unfortunately having a migraine attack. When that happens, she is not against me. She is in a bad mood. I need to do whatever I can in order to make her feel better. So that can happen. So I'm sorry if I'm sometimes leaving and coming back. Okay, guys. So this is the last match, and this is These are one of two players that is indeed running for the top position. This is H1 Spam against El Roger 42. So it was called for H1 Spam to take the game with a 51%, almost an even match. But in the end, it was GDR H1 Spam that got it. So let's go ahead and check El Roger. I know it's from France. So H1 Spam is from Spain against El Roger from France, like I mentioned. El Roger is using a Kojo deck named Kojo Season 4. So Shorted Supervisor. If your hand is empty, I gain 2 boosts when played from hand. If your hand is empty, I gain 2 boosts. Otherwise, I gain 1 boost. When played from reserve, if you control 2 or more boosted characters, resupply. The Aja. When played from anywhere, each player puts a top card from their deck in their mana zone. And when played from anywhere, if you control 1 or more landmarks, sabotage. Then we got the Kappa. You may discard target character when played from anywhere, and the support ability, the next character you play this turn gains 1 boost. So that is El Roger's deck. Let's go ahead and check H1 Spam, GDR, GDR, H1 Spam. I'm guessing it's in Spanish, so that's why I'm calling it GDR. Let's go ahead and see. So we have Marronazo. We have seen this deck before. The Axiom Puppeteer. You may sacrifice a permanent if you do sabotage. Otherwise, you may exhaust target card in reserve. And the support ability, you may target permanent you control activates its arrow abilities. Merlin, Scout 3. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, when played from hand, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, you may send to reserve any number of target characters with a total strength of 4 or less in Mountain. And the Farfetch 2.0, you may have target character switch expeditions with no sacrificing. That's the ability of the unique. And the support ability, the next card you play this turn costs 1 less. So that is what we have for H1 Spam. So let's go ahead and go to the end game. It's not going to be automatic. So let's wait for a second for this to cool off. Okay, so we'll go to the end game. Sorry, there we go. So automatic now. Buddha comes out. El Roger, the first player. Mana channeling, doing a ramping. Interesting. So we can just do a going to that side just for good measure. He could have played the permanent, but he wants to H1 wants to draw, so that's why he's using the Ada right away on the hero side for a 1/1. Now he has a permanent that he can use, gets rid of the... Oh, forgot her name. Okay, the real place that you want to do it, since it is a permanent, draws a card. Has 2 mana, so even if you play something like that, you just use a hooked. 1 more card to hand. This should be it. Physical training just to draw a card from El Roger. So the options are basically the same right now. 1/1, 4 cards each player, 2 on reserve. No, sorry, 5 cards from H1 Spam. That means that he has slightly more. He has a slight advantage in that side. What was it? Oh, yeah, the bite. The bite was the one that I was forgetting. Now we have Buddha, so that means it's going to be a double threat because it's a very good turn in order to have it. Just a hook in order to place both on the same side and getting rid of the companion. In this case, the signaler right there, and he uses 2, going to bring it to 3. So it's going to be a double advance for H1 spam. He just gets 2 tokens in. It's going to be a double advance, sorry, for El Rock here. He places himself ahead with 2 expeditions. Also gets a token right there. No reserve overcharge. Gets rid of the Amelia. Yeah, he doesn't have the 5 just yet. He most likely will get rid of the token just for good measure. Yeah, gets rid of the airlet for good measure. The signaler once again trying to get it. He is not quite blocked right now, but has the option to block it. He's just going to play on the other side. He can block and advance. Yes, he can. Okay, so he is going to activate the ability, give a boost right there. He is blocking and advancing, has the 5 on deck, is able to get 2 more boosts from his two more tokens on his colonic cylinder. So that means that H1 recovers 1 expedition. It's just a 1 advance. That means that he's just 1 expedition behind. Okay, do we have the Tinkerbell? But yeah, Tinkerbell is not going to do anything. Doesn't use anything right now. Maybe a hunger turn. No, it's not a hunger turn. So he can just advance right now and have another go. The Seringar right there in order to block. He can just block it once again, going for one of the best cards we have in reserve right now. Going all out right there, so he just plays 2. Gets something in reserve. He can now just exhaust, okay? Put down not what I was expecting. Going to go for a 3 right there. Yeah, that was what I was expecting. Going to give 1 boost to where? No, just get 2 more boosts. 1 for 1 once again. Forced lots of card usage right now from El Rocker. El Rocker will most likely lose a card. Yeah. No, he did not lose a card. He just decided to put it right there in mana. If there is a hunger, this could be a little bit complicated for H1 spam, but he does an avalanche on hand. Gets rid of the Tiny Jin. No, the Seringar doesn't want him to have any more cards. The Tiny Jin just with 1 strength or just with 1. In After You from H1 spam, a very good card to have in reserve right now. The Suha that gains 2 boosts right now. Places it on the hero side. The Seringar once again blocking. He can get rid of everything on one side, but then he wouldn't have... Okay, a very good card to have right there. Gets rid of the sabotage. Is not going to sabotage, obviously. Goes to the other side for a 5. It's a 6/6/6. That means that he is blocking right now and has the option to give 1 more boost on the other side. He doesn't even need to use the cylinder once again. He doesn't even accumulate 2 more uses on the cylinder. And H1 spam right now is on match point with 4 cards on hand. El Rocker will get rid of 1 of his cards. And he cannot even sabotage right now. Winning position for H1 spam, even though he is facing 2 very threatening characters right now on the other side. First play from El Rock here, still the option of hunger right now. Just uses a hook. It was almost the same to use in either side. Fire Rabbit, still the option of hunger right now. He plays a 1, so no more hunger right now. He can just use the hook in order to move something to the other side. There we go. So he does use the hook in order to move the rabbit to the other side. And with the Aja, I don't think it's going to be enough because he can actually get the 6 also ramping right there. So he has a 4 right now. He is at 5. He's blocking. Nothing else that El Rocker can do. No more plays from him. He's going to give the last boost over there. And he still had options to try and use, but he decides not to humiliate his opponent any further, and with that, H1 Spam moves forward in the tournament with another win. Now, let me go ahead and go back. We should be starting round 6. I just want to mention Culver, H1 Spam, Narrate, and Why So Serious are 4 players right now that have accumulated their... there is no undefeated player. They both have 1 loss. However, due to the tiebreakers, if Cacophony wins, he will automatically be placed on top of all of them. In theory, it depends on if they have faced Cacophony or not. If they have faced Cacophony and Cacophony wins, there could be a tie between Cacophony and Culver, and that would mean that Cacophony, because the average opponents has already been calculated, he would win the tournament once again. So it is a very interesting end of tournament. Let's go now for the next set of 4 matches. So right now we have H1 Spam once again against Lyra L. Since we have already seen their decks, let's go ahead and move on this case. Let's move right away into H1 Spam. Sorry, before we do that, let me just go ahead and check. Based on ELO, it was a 59% probability from H1 Spam, so he did win this one. He won fair and square, if you could call it something. So this is Marronazo once again, just for good measure. Let's go to the end game. Not sure if it's going to be automatic. Let me just wait if it becomes automatic. It did. Okay. So luckily, I didn't fully commit. There we go. So we have the Fen against H1 Spam. Opera House for 2, a possibility of a double advance. No, because he doesn't have anything to do right there. A character, so we know if that is what Fen draws or goes to. So does he draw first or does it go to mana? Let's see. I think it draws first. Yeah, it draws first and then goes to mana. So whatever the Opera reveals is what we know he'll have on hand, or she will have on hand. If we go by hero. Once again, a character is not able to draw. Going to get the sleep right there. And a Nancy that can go up to 3 in this case. Just after you. This time he does have the option to go to the other side. Just with 1 mana left, he's most likely going to go to the other side in order to do another advance. So 1 for 1 with H1 maintaining his advantage right now. I'm most likely going to get rid of the Opera House. The Amelia, because there are no 5 counter right now. There we go. The Bike, a very good card once again. This time it is a spell, Memory Reunion, going to reveal 2 cards. Okay, 1 card. It's a character that he can put to his hand. Just going to get the 3 out of this Grim and get rid of the Opera House, just like I said, just what I thought was going to happen. The Merry Reunion once again going to hand. Placing a card down. He would only be able to move forward, just goes on the other side, just decides to have a 1 for 1 once again. He could have blocked, but I'm guessing he doesn't want to block. He also wants to start to move forward, so Lyrael decides not to block, just move forward. A 1 for 1 once again. And Ada goes to mana. There's no permanence right now, so it's the only actually a very good option right now. The Gigantic was right there on the reserve, not what you want to see there. Going to play the Bike on the companion side for 3, still got 2 mana left. He might be able to go to 4. I think he'll be able to go to 4 tokens this time. Goes for the hook, moves the Bike around. No, he's going to go to, yeah, he's going to go to 4. Places the, okay, so he plays nothing else 2 mana left. Once again, a 1/1. Lyrel is not able to recover that expedition that he is behind. You have Paint House now rather than the Opera. Let's see if he decides to use it. What does the Paint House do? Resupply, 3 single. Okay. There's a 3 single. Okay. So going to put the Grems down in order to try, if he plays exactly that, he's going to get rid of it with the Grems, most likely going to play on the companion side in order to threaten both sides with a 3 and get rid of the Opera House. With 4 tokens right now, places the Gigantic, gets rid of 3 cards in order to have a 5/5/5. Just going to play them both on the same side, oh, the other side, okay, in order to have at least a single advance, and goes up to 5. He does have a Frankenstein on hand. That was the most logical thing to put down. Still able to move 1 forward. Now we are at a tie break. Well, we are back at a stalemate with Lyrel doing using the Lycan in a very good way. The bike once again going to the bike the second time a bike is gone to mana. We have 2 boosts right there for the Anansi. Goes for 3 to block it, to try to block it right now. The Requiem getting rid of the permanent. Draws another just place an after you. He has another Haven Bravos on hand. 1 mana left to just place the Bravo the Haven. Going to be able to play 1 more, plays the Sandman on the companion side, is able to okay, so he decides to block it right here with this. Once again, a 1/1. There was no need to play anything else. With a Killing Elemental asleep on the hero side, this is going to be a tough call for Lyrel because Lyrel has almost run out of cards. But H1 Spam has still lots of cards. The Salvager going away. Most likely also could have used the Salvager as a pseudo after you. Like I said, and after you. Now going to get another resupply. Still not using the Haven. Risking it a bit. The Paint House right now. Another Giant. Don't think it's going to be enough. Still not using the Haven. Now we have the still not using the Haven. Yeah, so Lyrel knows there's nothing he can do. There was too many many strong characters being played right now. So okay, so I have nothing else to do right now. Just go ahead and win it. And just like that, H1 Spam takes the game, and that's how he is on running competition to be the top player in this one. Now, this is the Totem against Toframe. We saw Toframe won last time, so that means that this time the Totem took the game from him. It was a 62% according to Elo for Tete Totem. And we also saw Tete Totem last time. We saw Tete Totem's deck last time, so we're going to go dive right into the game. We have Tete Totem right now. Give me just a second. Okay, my wife just went for a smoke, so we are good over here. So, just for good measure, let's go to the end game. It's not going to be automatic, so a duel between French players, Tete Totem against Toframe. It is going to be automatic. Okay. My bad. There we go. So a possibility of a Serengar right there. No, a tiny Jin in order to ramp right away. No more play from Tet. No more play from Telframe. A 1-for-1. With a ramping from Telframe. There we go. So using the Serengar right away with the ability of Nadir. Gets rid of Forest Nymph. The Map Maker. The Map Maker needs 5, right? 5. Okay, yeah. If 3 or more single terrain, I gain 1 boost. Okay, so there are 3 single terrain. That means that the Map Maker is going to be able to get a boost when used. Besides just to ramp. Probably going to use another. No, just a double advance from Tete Totem this time. That means that he's ahead 2 expeditions right now. And Broso Core. The Loki this time could be against him because he has more cards than Telframe. That's why he decides to get rid of Loki. It's not a good time to use it. Once again, ramp. Because there's nothing right now that can be used. And after you from Tededotar, Prime has nothing on hand. That means that he has very heavy characters, very heavy hitting characters. Another double advance from Tededotum. He is now 4 expeditions ahead. This is going to be tough. Even for Natsari, this is going to be tough. Especially because Tededotum has lots of control right now. But if we have the place once again the forest, there we go. That's what I was expecting. So that's an 8 on either side. Gets 1 more boost, so that's a 9. But the totem just passes. Nothing left that he can do. A double advance from Telframe. Recovers 1 expedition. 2 expeditions. Just still 2 expeditions behind. Because of the Serengar, he's able to draw, so that is 7 cards against 4. First play is for... Ooh, could it be a Hunger once again? Tiny Jin in order to ramp. Automatically. Puts it to sleep. So could it be a Hunger? There we go. The Hunger is going to be gigantic. Going to get rid of 4 cards. That means that it's going to be a 7/7/7. 8. Sorry, I forgot the one for the Arcolano Milk. The Tiny Jin even does his thing. Going to put it to sleep. But I don't think it's going to be able to. Ooh, he does the double advance, and so even with the Hanger, because he had the Map Maker in hand, he is able to do the double advance, and just like that, the totem shows that Hunger is able to be stopped on this turn. And with that, we have the totem as the winner. That is the risk of the game of Etsadi. If your opponent manages to just stop the Hunger even for 1 day, even though he is gigantic, he's able to take it back. Otherwise, we would have been tied. And then we would have seen Telframe, because of the ramp that he had, we could have seen a different end result. But he had just the cards on hand in order to push forward and win the game this time. So our next game is between Moamem and Dakifike. They were both running for the top positions. After this match, that means that one of them must have lost. Since this is 2 players that we have not seen, we will be checking their decks. Before we do that, it was a 40% chance win from Moamem, based of course on Elo, but he beat the odds and was able to win the game. So I know Moamem is a French player. Dakifike, I think, is from Singapore. Yeah, Dakifike is from Singapore, and Moamem, like I mentioned, is a French player. Let's go ahead and check Dakifike's uniques. We have the Council, blocks all arrow, hand, and reserve abilities. If you control token, draw a card. Baba Yaga at dusk if you control 3 or more characters, draw a card. Silas, Cryptic Warlock if you control token, draw a card. Play from anywhere. This is a dust. This is play from anywhere, draw a card. If you control token, draw a card. And this one has a support ability when a character joins your expedition. Sorry, the passive ability. When a character joins your expedition, they gain 1 boost up to a max of 2. So that is for Ducky Feet K. Let's go ahead and check Muamem's deck. Muamem is playing a Fencible, do foiled. So because he is playing in the foil series, the Fencible of the foil series. Thank you very much, Muamem. Once again, all players that do this, I appreciate you a lot. The Ouroboros Trickster, when played from anywhere, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, roll a die. On a 4+, I gain 2 boosts. On a 1, 2, 3, I gain 1 boost. The Esmeralda, when played from anywhere, resupply. When played from hand, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, you may return a card from your reserve to your hand. So you can put a card down in order to return it to your hand. Okay, in order to return another card to your hand. Okay, yeah. And finally, the Lyra Navigator, you may discard a card from your reserve. If you do anchor, you just anchor. This is played from anywhere. So let's go ahead and go to the end game. It is going to be automatic this time. Ooh, I forgot to... No, I didn't. Let's go to the end game. Let's block it right now. Okay, so starting right away with the festival on hand, not going to be able to play it. Most likely going... Okay, since the first play is from Ducky Feet K, perhaps it's going to go to the companions. No, he decides to go all out on the hero side with that. Is able to block and move forward. Not able to draw, but at least he's able to... Ducky Feet K is able to move forward, so Muamem risked it. And he didn't get exactly what he wanted. If he had played on the other side, it could have been a 1-for-1. We have the Mountain Guide right there on the reserve. Just perhaps going to anchor it. There we go. So anchor it right away. The Jack Frost, just to have enough to move forward. And he decides to block it completely. He could have had a double advance, still 1 card of hand, no double advance. So blocking with an advance, that means that he is 1 expedition ahead, stopping completely Muamem from moving forward. 5 mana each. The Mountain Guide can do things this turn. There we go. Another Lyra Festival down there. Blocks your sleep. Going to play the Lyra Festival for 3. I'm going to give it another anchor. Gift of Self sacrifices the token. He decides that he has already lost on that side. With 2 mana left, going to play the Mountain Guide in order to move forward and forces the play. Gets rid of the card right now with a Capella Training. So a 1-for-1, still 2 expeditions ahead from Ducky Feet K. Both cards go down. The Capella Training, the Capella Training wants the likely candidate to go away. Most likely candidate to go away. He has the option to put a character to sleep. I don't know if he has enough mana. I think he has enough right now. So just gives an anchor. Gets a fleeting character, plays it for 0. The Order's Crier for 1. Another anchored character. And if he doesn't have removal, he will be winning because he can put a character to sleep. He has no removal. So that means that Muamem wins exactly this turn. With this play, even though it's a it would have been a double advance from Ducky Feet K, it is enough right now for Muamem to take the game for technically a double festival win. That was a good play on his side, just to push it as farther as he could. Let's see. Okay, so nothing for me right now. Let's move on to the last game. Narrate against Exalt's Cast. It was a 74% win probability for Narrate. So Narrate did take the game. Narrate is indeed moving forward as a contender for a top player for the first position. Sorry. So let's go ahead and check Narrate. Narrate is from Austria, if I'm not mistaken. And I know Exalt's Cast is from Venezuela, but it shows it's from Venezuela. I'm almost sure he is. No, I know he is playing in Chile. So yeah, he is from Venezuela, living in Chile. And let's go ahead and check his deck. I most likely think it's a festival deck. It is FenFest. So we have the Paper Herald. If you have 3 or more statistics 0 amongst characters you control, up to 1 target character gains a sleep. When play from hand, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, each character controlled by target player gains. Each character you play this turn gains 1 boost. There we go. So that is Exalt's Cast. Let's go ahead and check Neri from Austria. Austria, right? Austria, indeed. And exhaust and discard Akesha and Taru. Viva La Senka, exhaust up to 2 cards in reserve. One play from anywhere, one play from anywhere. If there are 2 or more exhausted cards in reserve, I gain 1 boost. So this is basically a 3-4-5, unless there aren't enough cards in reserve to be exhausted. The Flamel. When I go to reserve from the expedition zone, you may return a spell from your reserve to your hand, and when play from anywhere, target opponent discards a card from their hand. So this is a Flamel with a back included, and the support ability up to 1 target character gains fleeting. And finally, Aurora, Savior of Asgarda. When I leave the expedition zone, you may discard a spell from your reserve. If you do, target opponent discards a card from their hand. So once again, doing a Baku thing. And if my one play from anywhere is my expedition is behind, exhaust up to 2 cards in reserve. So absolutely demonic Kesha. Let's see how he did it. He also has, of course, the Hunger, has Momola, has Baku. So yeah, doesn't trying to stop your opponent from doing what he wants to do. Not going to be automatic. So give me just 1 second. There we go. So go to endgame, block it. First play from Exalts. Will-O-Wisp, not going to be able to block with the Caladrius. Just goes on the other side, a 1-for-1. Just outside of the Caladrius range. Okay, gets rid of the Silas. Has the option of, just exhausting the Will-O-Wisp and place just 1 mana Moth this turn on the companion side. Martingale on the hero side, nothing left from Narrate. He could have used the After You to make sure, but he didn't want to risk it for the Will-O-Wisp. So once again, a 1-for-1. First player for Fen. Caladrius this time might have some play. A Festival right there. So he can get rid of it right away with the Caladrius. Decides to exhaust the Will-O-Wisp. He doesn't want his opponent to control. Since he did that, he can block it just with a Moth. Gives in this case, it's going to play the Caladrius from hand, going to get rid of the anchored character. A double advance from Nere, then going to get rid of one of the Caladrius, obviously. Don't think he's going to get rid of the Frost. There we go. Is it Rhyme Frost or just Frost? Rhyme Frost. There we go. Gets rid of the Baku. Lots of cards from cast on hand. Not that hurtful right now. Plays the Savior of Asgarda and exhausts 2 cards in reserve. Because of that, he places and discards a card on hand, or is that only the reserve ability? Oh, his expedition is behind. Oh, when I leave the expedition zone is that he does that. Okay. So just pushing on both sides, counting sheep, going to only put the... Not sure why he did this, just to have perhaps a little bit more of play on hand, because he's still going to be forward on both sides. This is match point for Neri. He can give a character anchored then with the Silent Knight, right? Is that what he's trying to do? It's going to depend, of course, on the die. He doesn't have an fleeting character, so he can get one to sleep. Let's see how he plays this turn. There's no removal from Neri. So yeah, he does play for 0. 3, so he has a sleep character. Rhyme Frost for 1. Not able to do the double move. Going to place another Parliament of Ashes. Just going to draw a card. Aurora, all out on the companion side, and Cass didn't have the options on hand. So yeah, that I didn't understand why he used the counting sheep last turn. I'm guessing he was trying to get the Silent Knight to give him an anchor, so he might have another character in hand to put things to sleep and get something out with fleeting. But since he got rid of the only fleeting character, it was a little bit difficult for him to do what he was trying to do. So just like that, Narrate actually wins the game, and that is the last of the round 6, the top 4 of the round 6. So let's go ahead and open the last 4 matches of today. That is for round 7, the top 4 tables of round 7. So we have seen H1 Spam, and we have seen Ted the Totem. So we're gonna dive right into the match. This always from the winner's perspective. So let's go right away to the end game. Let's see if it becomes automatic or not. So give me just a second while we see if this becomes automatic. It does. Okay. So right away then, Serengar. I'm guessing he has a Serengar on hand. No, it's an Inkcaster this turn. Kind of playing with his opponent. He uses a hook in order to move it to the other side where it is blocked. A very good tech there by Ted the Totem. And the hook goes back to hand, so he can still have it as an after you. There we go, a single advance from Ted the Totem this turn. And the hook goes right back, like I mentioned. The bike probably going to go away. Nope, gets rid of the Sap Sniffer. It is water now, so kind of complicating things. We do have the Serengar right now. Decides to use it right there. He does have the options in order to draw and try to move forward. So 1 token right now. The Inkcaster plays the Aerolith by 5, so it's a 5 on the other side. So he just uses the bike in order at least to block. So it's a single advance from Ted the Totem. He's 2 expeditions ahead. And the Aerolith, well, for 5, it's a 5/5/5 for 3. So this is a very good card to have right now. With an Inkcaster, he can just return it to hand if he needs to. Or he can just consume it right now because he will have lots of strength. After you from H1 Spam, the Serengar once again blocking with the boost. Takes it to the... Does he want to? Yes, he wants to take it to the other side. The Aerolith going to play right there. Nothing less from H1 Spam. So once again, only advances from Ted the Totem. That is 3 expeditions ahead, but Trace has not started deploying his abilities just yet. The Kilong Elemental goes to mana. Magical Training for and after you. The bike on the companion side to try and push at least a little bit. Hook to put it to the other side with another after you. Going to play the another hook right now to put it to the other side where he doesn't have strength in order to try to do anything. Just going to use the 2.0 to move it to the other side in order to have strength on either side. The forest nymph, not enough to move forward, but at least to block it, and puts gives fleeting to the scrambler. Not the scrambler. This is the salvager. Sorry, yeah, there we go. Because he wants to have that 5th token, so no one moves today. Sorry, yeah, there is movement from H1 spam today. He's able to move forward on one side. He is 2 expeditions behind right now. Gives mountain, going to get his 5th token out with a bike, and have a bike, sorry, in reserve. The forest nymph on the hero side draws a card, a very good card to have right now. So the bike just pushing a little bit more on the companion side. Magical training for 3, just 2 mana left. Is able to block at least for right now. Gives 2 more tokens to the restocking station. I don't think there is enough. Or no, there's not enough. It's going to take it from the salvager right now. Going to push with the Grems in order to try to do things on the other side. It is a 1-for-1, still 2 expeditions behind, but has options right now. The 5 tokens for Trace have been activated. That means that he can start using his ability every turn. The 3 from Nadir have been used. The frozen delivery no longer needed. The map maker and puts in this case he puts Dr. Frankenstein to sleep. Gets another Grems on the reserve. Gets rid of all cards, all reserve. It is most beneficial from the totem, even although we have another Dr. Frankenstein on hand. Doesn't get the Dr. Frankenstein out. Okay, interesting. And he does get a hooked. So he can just move it all to the other side and get a killing elemental for 5. Get down the... Okay, so he is able to push, in this case with just the right cards. 2 more tokens, going to get rid of the Dr. Frankenstein, obviously, the fleeting of the Dr. Frankenstein, obviously. So still able to move forward. Gonna have a double Dr. Frankenstein out the next turn. He can also start because this is arrow, this is arrow. So he wants to sabotage the Loki right away. It seems that he's going to sabotage it with his... Gets rid, yeah, because he's going to get rid of it with the unique. Going to sacrifice a restocking station to get rid of the Loki. Could have hurt him a lot. The map maker going to put the Frankenstein to sleep again. No, not this turn. Or is it only from hand? Oh, only from hand. Okay. The other map maker, the common one, just gets the boost. And we have enough mana to clear. Going to clear or no, going to push with strength this turn. Going for a 7. The airless on the companion side, nothing left to do except accumulate a bit more on the hero side, just for good measure. So it is enough, a 1-for-1, still 1 expedition behind. H1 Spam is doing an amazing job at recovering the unique and the avalanche. Having a double Dr. Frankenstein is actually very good this time. This time decides to get rid of the Amelia in order to put the Krems down just in case. The Aerolet with a 5. Going to threaten with the Dr. Frankenstein and get another card out. Not bad. Not a bad card to get out. Going to give the token to the Dr. Frankenstein, obviously, the only thing that he can. The Blaze Bassist, another after you, does get a few options with the hook, the staring guard just to push as much as he can on the companion side. Gets down with the Grems, going to put another one right there, nothing to sabotage. The Dr. Frankenstein to block on one side with 2 boosts is not able to do it quite yet, going to go up to 10. And with the Grams is able to block on one side, put the token in the other side, getting rid of the cylinder is enough for him to do the double advance and brings it back, places himself in match point position, going to lose a card, gets rid actually of the Armor Jammer. I would have gotten rid of the Frozen Delivery. No more mana for either one, just another hook right there, and the whole deck comes back in. Going to move the Serengar to the other side with a hook. The Bassist for 1 on the other side, blocks it right now and puts Dr. Frankenstein down. Gives 1 more token in order to be advancing on the hero side, forces a Trickster to go on the other side, draws a very good card. He can do basically anything, just 1 boost right now in order to try and block it and move forward, and the Totem knows it is over. No more cards on hand, nothing from the reserve that could help him, and just like that, H1 Spam brings it back and proves why he is gunning for the top position in the tournament. Congratulations to him, it was a very good match. We'll just see the final process of getting rid of the cards, and just like that, H1 Spam takes the game. Okay, so now we have Cacophony against Putti. Cacophony was the one called to win with a 67% chance probability. So let's go ahead, and we know Cacophony is from the US. We have not seen Hutty's deck, so let's go ahead and check that out. So Hutty is from France. We have a Trace and Rosum, Dublin City Sky. We have a Martingale. When played from reserve, you may put a card from hand in reserve. If you do, I gain 1 boost for each land you control. And the support ability, the next card you play this afternoon costs 1 less. The Ada Love Lash. When played from anywhere, you will put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, target character gains 1 boost. And the second Ada Love Lash. When played from reserve, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, I gain 1 boost for each card in each player's reserve. And the support ability, the next card you play this turn gains 1 boost. So that is a Trace. Let's go ahead and see Cacophony. Let me go ahead and check. I think we have already seen him. So Cacophony was on table 2. Yeah, so we have seen Cacophony, then it was table 7. He went back to table 2, so we have seen Cacophony's deck before. So let's go right away to the end and see how this match played out. If it was a festival win or it was a something different. So just an after you in order to see what he does. Frozen Delivery, and after you, after and after you. So I'm guessing he needs to play it right now. There we go. Blocks it. If he would have played it the other way around, he could have had a chance to block. So 1 for 1. Both move on the hero side. Double anchor chance this turn. Nope, he's going to do something different, but we're going to start with the Fiore. Bastion right now, option of a double advance, just moves forward with the anchored character right away and gains 1 boost. Going to play the Bravos on the other side. Is going to get rid of the Haven. No, he decides not to get rid of the Haven, and the Fury is able to block. But because he has this soul, he is actually able to do the double advance right now. And just like that, I don't know why they stuck so much. Yeah, the game did move forward, but it moved forward in an incorrect manner. We should be on day 5. So let me just go ahead and try place a colorful Fuko on the hero expedition, and it froze right there. So let's go ahead and just move 41. So let me just go to a specific move 41 and see if this fixes itself, or we will have to move on to the next game. No, it didn't fix itself. Okay, so this let's go to move 50 because the replay actually broke itself. I think we're not going to be able to fully watch it. What is going on with you? Yeah, so the replay broke, unfortunately, so we're going to have to just move forward with the next one. That will be Why So Serious against Trickster. It was supposed to be Trickster's win probability 31% from Why So Serious, but he did manage to win the game. We have seen Trickster's deck before, so we will move into Why So Serious deck and then move forward. Why So Serious is from France, I think. Yeah, Nordic Why So Serious. Let's go ahead and check his deck. This is a Mojo Silk. Once again, thank you for naming your deck the full series for us to make sure that you're using the very same deck all around. We have the Muna Caregiver. You may return a spell from the reserve to your hand, play from anywhere. The support ability gives anchor to a character. Sakarubru. When played from hand, you may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, your opponent's expedition facing me moves forward 1 region. Also, when played from hand, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, draw 3 cards. Very good option right there. The Sakarubru, another Sakarubru, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If it's a spell, your opponent's expedition facing me moves backwards. And just for playing him, you draw 3 cards. So very good cards, very good draw cards right there. With Mojo, I think this is something that is extremely needed. So let's go ahead and go to the end game. It is going to be automatic, so this should move. Let's hope that the replay doesn't break this time. So most likely just going to be a draw from Why So Serious. No, can he do anything? No, he's just going to then up you go. Yeah, so it's just a control for the first turn. Back to Why So Serious. Probably going this, yeah, the caddy gear. Don't really want to see that. And just going to draw 3 cards this turn, probably. Yeah, there we go. So draws 3 cards. And with that, places a Mana Moth that is going to be able to be blocked. The Corgi, no, yeah, is able to block with the Corgi. Gives it anchored. Has the option of a double advance. With the Thespian on the other side, indeed, it is a double advance from Trickster. So Why So Serious, even though he is a bit behind, he did draw 3 cards. That means that he has lots of options right now to try to burn with control. Small step, going to get rid of the small step. The Kitsune 4-2, going to give anchor to the Corgi that is going to gain a boost itself. Since there are 2 boosted characters, the Lyra Thespian will most likely give him another. I'm going to give 2 boosts. Yeah, so going to go on the companion side. Since no character gained a boost, he can gain anchored. And since he gains anchored, the Corgi also grows himself. Just gets rid of the Corgi right now. No more play from Trickster. Going to get rid of the Thespian as well. So, and just for good measure, blocks to the day. So that means that two cards, two cards are going to go away from Why So Serious. Overcharge the reserve of Trickster by 1. The of you goes go out. 6. That means that he can draw 3 more cards and do something else. Or he can just bring it back and put the Undine out as an after you. Follow for Kuko on the hero side with Anchored. Another after you. Still got 4. The Kuko on the other side. Decides to draw another 3 cards. Most likely going to get rid. Oh, what does the Undine do? Yeah, the Undine. The next play your turn. Loses fleeting. Okay. So once again, Trickster 4 expeditions ahead gets rid of the seal. He has enough cards in order to try to do whatever he wants to do. He has 2 Sakurubus on hand. Not going to be able to use the Fury right away. But he can clear one side at least. Oh, and goes right away with the Sakurubu. Draws 3 cards. Places a card down, and the expedition facing him goes back 1 expedition. He anchored right away. The Chiron, in order to have something else gain anchored, is able to move a double move forward once again. We are in Celebration Day range. Trickster almost there with his expeditions. Gets rid of the Sakurubu this time. Does he have a caddy gear? Gets rid of the Sumisa. So let's see how Why So Serious brings it back. The Undine, okay. The Celebration Day, okay, so yeah. There's no need for Trickster to do anything else. Just places Moth just because. He's going to leave an anchored character. Yeah, that's right. The only thing that he can really do. Why So Serious passes, gives 1 more boost to the anchored character just so that he has as much strength as he can. Not going to move forward today. He can just use another Celebration Day in order to draw a card and stop another movement for today. Gets rid of the Alchemirian Alchemist. Is he going to another Celebration Day? So he may as well. With Anchor right there. Another Celebration Day. 1 mana left. No movement for today either. Puts a Mana Moth just because. Draws another card. Trickster passes once again. Magical trading in order to have a bit more. So there's 7 cards left from Why So Serious. And he is entering the range where he can use, is it 5 or is it, oh, it is 5. So he is in range of being able to clear both sides and take him back 1 expedition, just in case he decides not to use it quite yet. He wants Trickster to pull some of his anchors like he has right now. Both characters need anchored. Puts an expedition behind. What is it going to play? Okay, so he draws 3 cards, put a card down, gets rid of a card in order for his opponent to go 1 expedition behind. Once again with the going to put something to sleep, puts the boosted. Well, he just leaves something right there. He is able to move forward. Going to return a card. 1 mana left. Probably going to be a double advance. Oh no, he still has the option to put something to sleep. Okay, so it's a single advance from Trickster. Why So Serious finally starting to push forward with all of the cards that he wants on hand. He has only 1 card left to draw, so he's going to cycle his deck right now. There we go, so 12 cards left to draw. Puts the Baba Yaga on mana. He can now clear and send expedition back with the Sakurubru. The Floral Tent protects the hero side, decides to sacrifice in order to draw a bit more cards. Once again, the Sakarubru is able to put an expedition behind. Is he going to go for that route? Indeed, he does. Draws 3 cards. Puts a card down, expedition behind. He's not able to win just yet. Even though he is winning, what he wants to do is for his opponent to run out of cards. That's what he is doing right now. Play everything that he can. Sacrifice the Sakarubru. He's not going to win yet. Almost drawn all of his deck once again. First play from Nordic with 18 cards on hand. And now he can start clearing all these anchor loops. He can even use the Easy Talk. Has 1 Easy Talk. Not in a position that he can use. Okay, Celebration Day. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. So Celebration Day, going to be able to draw a card. Another Celebration Day. Just place anchored characters down in order to have the anchor loop. So this is what Why So Serious was trying to do. Draws 3 more cards. The anchor right there. So now Why So Serious is actually going to come and clear everything on the table right now for Trickster with the 2 Sakarubrus and pull him back. So Trickster, being the first player, will need to play something, and then he will clear all of this, all of the anchored characters. Off you go to mana. Don't think you'll be needing those anymore. So there we go. Trickster, what will you play? Gets anchored right there. There we go. And anchored. No, not quite yet. So he's most likely going to clear the left side first. That's the only way I think Why So Serious is going to win. So Celebration Day, go ahead and consume all the things that you want. Draws a card because of Celebration Day, and he's almost in range of Celebration Day. Small step. Celebration Day. Small step. Draws 3 more cards, so he is in range of Celebration Day, and he doesn't even need the Sakarubu's Rage right now. He has the small step and the Celebration Day, and he is in range of doing so. Going to put a card, any card in mana. Easy Talk as mana. So right now, Celebration Day, small step. And that's basically all. That's just the 2 cards that he needs. So small step to move forward. Trickster passes, Celebration Day. Only he moves forward. Places a token, draws a card, draws a Celebration Day again, going to draw it once again. And that's basically it. That's the game. Right now, there's nothing for Trickster to do. He is locked. He was 1 expedition from moving forward, but that's it. Why So Serious can just keep putting cards on reserve to try to do a celebration and double advance. So right now, Trickster knows what the drill is. He's going to keep cycling this. Puts a card out. Draws a card. That means that he draws it once again. Celebration Day once again. Moves forward. Trickster knows he has lost. We are in a cycle that he can just keep moving forward. He just accelerates things by passing because he knows that there's nothing he can do. He already has the cards in hand. The cycle will allow him to draw it. He has a chance right now, but if he has a chance, he can just Celebration Day, and that's basically it. So Trickster, that's it. The small step, already in winning position, and just by playing a Celebration Day, that would be it. And Trickster knows it. He just passes, and with that, Why So Serious takes the game. So it was a very long game. This may take too much on a real match, on a on an in-person event, but in this case, it did help him win. And finally, we have Culver against Lyrael. I don't think we have seen Culver. 7-8-4. Yeah, this is the first time we've seen Culver's deck, so let's go ahead and check him out. It is from Belgium against Lyrael, that we already know this from France. So this is a Rin aggro, Forest Nymph, at dusk if I'm facing an expedition in forest, draw a card. Otherwise, each player draws a card. The Burrowing Noosh, when an opponent draws one or more cards or does resupply up to one target character gains fleeting when played from hand. If you control 3 or more characters, draw a card, otherwise resupply. And finally, the Kudoma, when I play from reserve, I gain a sleep, and when I play from reserve, up to one target character gains a sleep. And the next card to play this turn gains 1 boost. So since we are... Can I go back now? So like I've mentioned, this is a Belgian player against a French player. We have seen Lyrael's deck before. Let's see, it's not going to be automatic. Oh, it is. Good. We just... Oh, sorry. This is stuck right here. There we go. Okay, so 1-for-1. Very good card to have right here. Does anything else? No. So Ascended Rinse with the option to draw. I think it's Culver almost sure he's going to play the... What's his name? The Eru on the hero side. That is the most logical thing to do. There we go. Place the arrow on the hero side. And doesn't get a character. Is not able to draw. Not able to block. So just plays on the other side. Once again, a 1-for-1. Not over Culver. Not overcharging his reserve. Gets another card. And has to put a card down. Puts another Gargoyle down. No forest this turn, but he can still try to push forward by ascending an expedition. Eru, not quite what he wants right now, gets rid of the Subduende. Ascends the expedition in order to try at least not to get threatened. The Opera House, the Eru on the other side, threatening a double advance. Magical Training from Lyrael. He may be able to slip on the water. No more play from Culver. I think Lyrael doesn't have anything on hand. He's just going to try and build up his... Yeah, Magical Training again. Trying to build up his hand. Double advance from Culver. No advance from Forest. Doesn't overcharge his reserve. Now he is on Forest on both sides with very good cards in order to try to push. Especially with the Eru on the companion side and then the Gargoyle on the hero side, and still have some cards in order to keep pushing forward. Once again, Lyrael just doing after use. Puts down the Opera House, the Eru on the companion side. That was the most logical option. It is not a spell, not able to draw. The Chronicler blocking right now on the companion side and putting a card to sleep in this rush. Okay, so still able to move forward with Mountain on the hero side, still keeping up his advantage of 2 expeditions. Yeah, Oh, he put it to sleep. Yeah, I don't know why there was a sleep over there. Let's hope that nothing strange happened with that the replay doesn't break. We're almost there either way. So let's just keep watching. 7 mana each. The Gargoyle goes to mana. Requiem on hand. A very good card to have right now. Nothing put to sleep because his abilities are from the reserve. Magical Training for 1. And after you, the Noosh going to be played on the companion side. 1 mana left in order to put something to sleep. The Leviathan is going to get rid of everything. And since he has only 1 mana left, I think this is GG. Puts the Leviathan to sleep. one mana left. Lyrael has nothing left, and with that, Culver moves on both sides, and that is how Culver is in the running for to get. That's how Culver moves forward and is now in the running for the top position. So with that, guys, this is the end. Fiddle's just going to keep doing her things, but the Culver already won. So this is how we had the top 4 tables of round 5, 6, and 7. Right now, we are waiting just for round 8 to end. Cacophony against Tayonep. This will define who is the winner of the fall series. Because Cacophony, I think Cacophony has already won. I think Cacophony has already won because I don't see a way for Tayonep to try to win. Right now, Cacophony has deployed 2 winning conditions. He has the Anchored, the Sleep, and the Fleeting characters. He can get rid of the Sleep here, but that means that he will not have enough strength right here to overcome it. Why? Oh, well, he can get to... Okay, so if this one is... teamwork training, he can get rid of the snoozer shroom and still use this. We will not be able to move forward. We will have one more day, but this too will remain anchored and will be a threat on the next day. So there is still a chance for Tayonep if this one is a teamwork training. If the card that Cacophony has on hand is a teamwork training, he can still do it. But it would cost him everything, and he will lose most of his cards and will have to play with what he has on hand. So let's see if he has a removal. If he doesn't have a removal, then that's it. There's nothing he can do other than no, nothing. He needs to have a removal. So if it's not a removal, if what he has is what's its name, license withdrawal, Cacophony will win. So let's see if they have still one more day to play. So with that, guys, that'll be all for today with me. Thank you very much all who joined on the fall series. I hope that it was as entertaining for you as it was for me. So I should be back on Thursday to have the outcome of the match and have the top 4 tables plus a few more random tables to watch for the end of the tournament and see who won. So that'll be all for today, guys. Thank you very much, and I hope you had a wonderful day. Take care, guys. Bye.